Hello, everybody. I'm Ravyn Reads, and my lips are shiny. My lips have been really dry, so I've been using a lot of chapstick. But 'tis the season, right? You've probably heard me on some of my other videos complaining about my tongue hurting. I have one of those sore taste buds, the ones that get real swollen and turn white and they hurt like a motherfucker. So, um, so yeah, it actually did get better, but I ended up doing something, and due to my anxiety, I kept scraping my teeth against my tongue, and yay, I got another one. So I'm trying very hard to not mess with it, and hopefully it will get better because I am tired of having a sore tongue. Um, I've not been able to take my medicine, so I've been doing a lot of anxiety ticks, like the scraping. I've been scratching my scalp a lot more than I should, and I always bite my nails whether I'm anxious or not. Um, but yeah, so I have to wait until January to get a refill on my medication. So it's kind of touch and go from here. So if I end up getting a little moody, don't take it personally. Just everything gets on my nerves a whole lot easier, and I get angry or upset at the slightest thing or for no reason whatsoever when I'm off the medicine. But yeah, I am going to get more medicine, so you're not going to have to deal with me being irrational and all that forever. We just had a little setback. Um, so I ended up getting Niche for Christmas. I don't remember if I mentioned it in a previous vlog, and I've been playing the heck out of that. And I know that you probably noticed a playlist called Desperate Niche Wives. Well, we haven't actually started doing that. I've been playing a lot, but we've not really had the chance to just goof off together and have fun with it. I'm not sure if we even are, because there's no need to watch me play, because several people in the group actually went and bought a copy themselves, which is fine. So they're playing a lot on their own. But I did end up wanting to do that, so it's still there. We just haven't really had time to goof off yet, and sometimes I'm better and sometimes I'm not. It just kind of depends on the luck of the generator. Let me see, what else can I talk about? If you are following Ravyn Reads, then I actually just uploaded chapters 33, 34, and 35, like just before I started this vlog. So while it won't have the playlist link on the video like the others, it's still good. It's already been edited and all that, so you can still listen to it. We're almost done. 43 chapters, and we're on, we just put up 35, so almost there. I'll be so glad when it's done, really, really. I'll be so glad. As far as New Year's, any plans for New Year's? Well, Arachne and I have discussed, whether or not the people will probably show up too, it depends on who's doing what, from 10 to like 3 in the morning doing something. We still haven't decided what that is. We don't know if we're going to be playing games, if we're going to be doing sassy stories, or what. I still don't know what I really want to do. I'm kind of leaning towards sassy stories, but at the same time, I kind of want to play a game. I'm not sure if we'd actually be able to enjoy playing Cards Against Humanity that long, or if it'd be that interesting that long. Sarius suggested Town of Salem, so I don't know. I really don't know what I'm in the mood for. So we'll just have to see, and maybe I won't be the host of it anyway. Maybe I'll host the chat, host the video, but I won't be the one actually doing something. Maybe we'll have Arachne do something like play a game or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Maybe we'll do art. I don't know. No clue. we may not even do something on YouTube. If we can all get our OBSs to work, maybe we can actually, do a multi-stream on Picardo or something. That would be fun, if I'm in the mood to paint. So we don't know. We just don't know. But we do want to do something because, some of us have no lives and we're just going to be here. So as far as after New Year's, I would like to, well, one, I'd like to catch up on the letters from my pen pals. I have been so insanely busy. I started doing the replies and then just didn't finish. Then the house kind of got destroyed, and I think I still got all the messages I needed. I sure hope so I can reply to them. So I didn't forget anybody. It's just been so busy, and I won't be able to do anything till after New Year's because I just don't care about doing anything right now. I am going to be picking up a project. Arachne and his friend have asked me to write the backstory of some characters, which I don't mind doing. So I'll probably be working on that. I would like to start working on Innocence again, and I would like to actually start working on Silent Night. I've actually become very attached to the idea. I've just been trying to figure out the right way to actually tell the story and how it's going to be handled. I kind of know what's going on, but I'm still trying to brainstorm and narrow it down and figure out how to tell the core story better and all that stuff. I'm still working on the cover. I don't stream it all the time when I'm working on it. I did once because I just felt like it. But I'm actually, all the flats are done. I just have to shade in the actual attire. That would be William's scarf, his coat, his pants, and his glove. And then removing everything and saving it and all that good stuff. I still have to finish Arachne's birthday painting now that it's way overdue. I think likewise I just have to do the shading on Muffet. Because I painted Muffet for him from Undertale. Speaking of games, I actually just got a Game Jolt account. I had wanted to play a fan game that I saw, and while I could play it without Game Jolt, the actual client, I actually went and got it anyway, and it actually makes it a little easier because now I don't have to have the actual page up. I can just have the client up with the information. I actually started, I just took a quick peek at one of the Underfell games, which is a fan game of it's an Undertale AU. So far it's pretty cool. It's actually, it doesn't look too bad, and there's actually voice actors in it, which is nice. But I don't know much about it, and I'm probably not going to play the whole game through, at least not live, because I suck at games. So, unlike, the more popular YouTubers, like, yeah, I'm not a big gamer, so I won't play a game to completion. And yeah, I'm a big cheater, so I use cheat codes for things. But, I may give it a shot and kind of see what it looks like. I may play it live. I may not. We'll see. But I haven't even played the original Undertale. I've watched everyone else play it, so I know what happens. I know the story. I know how it goes. I know the little ins and outs. But I personally didn't play it, and I personally probably would not be able to beat it, regardless of the path I took, because some of those battles look really damn hard, and that's just I'm a wuss. But I probably will check out the Underfell game. It probably will also be difficult battle-wise, but they still need feedback. It's still in the early access set, so it would be nice to kind of give my opinion on it. Like, some things I like, some things I don't like, and I'm not going to be like, well, I can't beat this battle, it sucks. It's like, no, I just know I suck at games. So, Oh, what else? I'm not really sure what else we'll be doing after New Year's. We're kind of just taking it slow. But I'm actually going to do something. I'm going to discuss something that I started off discussing in my vlogs, but I didn't carry on because it was the holidays, and I just figured, screw it, I'm going to eat whatever I want. And yeah, I gained a lot of damn weight between November and mid-December. A lot of weight. But I actually I lost a little bit of weight. Out of all the weight I gained, I did end up losing 5 pounds. And while it doesn't seem like a lot, let me put this in perspective why I still think, yeah, it's a lot for me. When we go shopping, we go to several different stores. Now, I have several different issues. It's not just the weight. I have, my feet will hurt, my back will hurt. I'll have muscle spasms. I'll get dizzy. I'll have fainting spells. I'll start sweating profusely. There's all kinds of things that by the end of a shopping trip, I just can't stay on my feet anymore. So usually when we get to our last stop, there is a little wheelchair there, and I don't use scooters. Bad experiences every single damn time I use a scooter, it goes dead. And then again, also, if I'm sweating profusely and very dizzy and not all there, I'm not going to be able to drive the scooter. I'm going to be out of it. So, Chris actually pushes me in a wheelchair at our final grocery stop so that he can, and it works out for both of us. I get to actually stay off my feet and rest, give my brain a rest, cool down, give all my muscles a break. It's very beneficial to me to just kind of have a little bit more energy to just finish off the trip. And Chris gets to push me around and take his time because I'm not, oh my God, my feet hurt, let's hurry up. Or, oh my God, I'm getting tired, let's hurry up. I tend to rush him a little bit when we're in the other stores because I don't want to keep on my feet because it's just very uncomfortable. But it works out this way because then he gets to take his time, and I don't care if he takes his time because I'm sitting down. What do I care? So, but the point I'm trying to make is we use the same wheelchair every time. They only have one that's not, motorized. And normally I fit in it just fine. But on December 13th, we went and did our grocery shopping. I did not fit in the chair. I could squeeze my ass in there and I still technically fit, but it was pretty much at the brink of, yeah, if I gain any more mass, I won't fit in this anymore. And that was a little uncomfortable. It was kind of internally upsetting. It's like, wow, I actually allowed myself to get so big that I can't fit in this. It was really hard to get in, really hard to get out. But that was the 13th, and we actually went shopping. Let me see, it's 3:05 a.m. on December 30th. On the 29th, which was yesterday, we went and did some early errands, so we didn't have so many things to do on the 1st. Well, not the 1st, but the 2nd. The 2nd of January, because everything's closed on the 1st. But, so yeah, we did we got our rent money and, got some of our shopping that we normally do on the 1st over with. But we ended up, at our final stop. And again, I had to be in the wheelchair. And I was dreading it, actually, as much as it hurt to be up. And like I said, I was sweating. I was so dizzy. I nearly passed out 3 times in Walmart. But I fit. And I don't mean I squeeze myself in. No, I fit like I used to normally do. It was fine. I lost weight in my ass, So yeah, losing 5 pounds, I apparently lost actual mass. I fit in the chair really easily. It was very comfortable again, and so while it doesn't seem like much, it's a lot in the sense that, yeah, well, now I'm not squeezing myself in things anymore. I actually lost enough weight to be able to sit comfortably again. And of course, that's pretty much telling. It's like, yeah, well, I lost weight, in my ass. So yeah, so I feel proud of that, and what did I do? Well, I didn't really do anything. It's still kind of the Christmas season. I had a box of, my mom made a bunch of cookies, and I finally got them down off the refrigerator and started chowing away at them, and I ate pretty much everything in there. And then it's like, well, okay, maybe was it because I cut out soda? Well, no, I still drink a lot of soda. I still do have a case of cherry vanilla Pepsi that it's not open yet. Primarily, I have gone to lighter sodas. I've gotten ginger ale. I've gotten Sprite. We got Crystal Pepsi today. Only place that sold it was Walmart, and only in one of the particular coolers at the front. We were like, okay, time for nostalgia, so we went and got that. But now I started drinking 7-Up. I tried some 7-Up, and I haven't had 7-Up in years. So I got that, and I got cherry 7-Up, and I loved it. So I was like, okay, well, next shopping day, we're going to get some. Well, I found cases of 7-Up. They were all hidden. I don't know what it is about the South, but apparently they don't want you to drink a 7-Up. But I wanted a case of cherry 7-Up as well, but nobody around here sells cherry 7-Up in cans. So while I got 7-Up in cans, I did get a 2-liter bottle of cherry 7-Up, and it's stuffed in the fridge. So I'll probably end up sucking that down one day because it's just so good. But yeah, I primarily am drinking lighter sodas. Do I still drink a lot of them? Depends on the day. Sometimes I'm insatiably thirsty and just can't get enough, and other times I'm fine. And then there's other times where I just want water. Yeah, imagine that. We actually started putting more water in the refrigerator because we were drinking it just out of the case because it was there and we're lazy. But I was like getting less and less interested in drinking it. So then we started putting it in the refrigerator, and I'm just like, yeah, give me a water. And he gives me water. I'm like, damn, this thing is really good cold. So we started putting the water in the fridge again. And sometimes I drink it like, with the juice like I've intended to do. I finally got some more fruit punch flavors, so I've been drinking it like that. But sometimes just, to put the powder in, you got to drink the little bit of top here, so there's space to shake it up. So, but sometimes when I go to drink it, it's just really, really good just as water. So I'll just drink it plain. So yeah, have I been healthier? Depends. I have been eating a little more fruit, primarily cantaloupe. I've primarily been eating cantaloupe. We didn't get any of that today. We've tried to decrease the carbs and stick with fruit, dairy, and protein. Primarily the protein, especially with me not on my medication right now. The proteins tend to calm me down and make me feel a little better, like I'm on my medicine. A little bit. Depends on what's going on too, because any little thing could set me off. But it depends. Like, beef and pork are okay. I say pork is okay. Beef is pretty satisfying. Chicken is less satisfying. It's one of my favorite foods, but it's not something that hits the spot per se. Like, it doesn't do what other proteins do. Peanut butter doesn't work. Chicken, peanut butter, any other nuts, fish, none of that stuff really works. But the heavier stuff like the pork, the beef, that actually makes me feel a little better. But I actually discovered that the best protein is refried beans. Especially when he cooks it with cheese. So it's like refried beans with cheese in it. So I'm getting dairy and protein. And it's like the absolute best combo. I'm usually calm for quite a few hours after eating it. It just does something that none of the other foods do. So I know like some people probably go, well, it's not really good to eat a lot of protein. It's like, yeah, well, if it makes me feel better, it's going to make me feel better. And considering I'm trying to eat less carbs, I'm trying to eat less bread, less noodles, less chips, but not always. Um, it just kind of depends. I'm making some healthier choices, but even then, some of my choices are questionably healthier. Like, oh yeah, well I got this, but I'm going to slather it with ranch dressing or something. It's like, yeah, but it's something. Um, I don't count calories, and I know I'm supposed to. It was something that my doctor had suggested that when the next time we were to see each other, we were going to start working on a plan. But I don't count calories. I just want to eat, and I don't want to worry about, oh my God, all this math, all this counting. Oh my God, well, what if this and what if that? Oh my God, there's nothing marked on here. How am I going to know? It's like, don't worry about it. Just going to have to be a little more careful in general and just pick better food options or better snack options. And I do okay with that. Usually, like if I get the cantaloupe, I'll eat the cantaloupe over anything else. I've had a couple bags of popcorn, but it's just not hitting it with me. And I want things like, oh, I would like a piece of pie, but then I don't want pie. And it's like, well, I just want fruit and roast beef and cheese. And I've been wanting corned beef and pastrami. Now, I did get a sub today for lunch. And while the stuff inside's pretty good, the bread is pretty heavy. I end up getting sick after eating the subs. I don't know why I keep doing it. But it's not like the subs themselves are making me sick, but I have digestion issues, and it just hits my digestive system really hard. It makes me feel kind of blah. But we just didn't know what else to eat. We were kind of looking around like, oh, we're going to have to eat today. And I decided on rotisserie chicken salad and a sub. If I didn't get that, I probably would have gotten hard-boiled eggs or a big thing of cantaloupe. And we still have some leftovers from Christmas too. We actually went through a lot of the ham. There's a little bit of ham left. We still got some pie. We got pumpkin pie. We got peanut butter pie. But just not really been in the mood for pie. I want food, regular food. Sorry about my hair. I need my hair cut, so normally when it gets about this long, we shave it. It's driving me crazy. So yeah, while I gained quite a bit of weight back in November and through December, with December, I have to say December 13th is probably the worst. I've apparently started losing since then. It would be like small, like, oh, I lost a pound. Oh, I lost 2 pounds. And oh, look, 3 pounds. It just kind of started going down. It's like, okay, well, I lost 5 pounds. That's really good. It took a while to lose it, but I lost it. So might be nice to kind of be more aware of that. So maybe I can get down. I have a feeling I'm never going to get to my, or what everyone else would consider the ideal weight. Like, hell, I would be happy just to be 250 again. But even then, it's like, man, I would love to, I would just love to be 200 pounds again. And I'm not, I'm heavy, but I'm not extremely heavy. Like, people who look at me, they're like, oh, you're not that heavy, you carry it well. I'm like, well, thank goodness, But no, it's not like I'm like 300 pounds or anything. It's getting there, or at least it was, but now the weight's coming down, so okay, that's good. So I'm definitely happy about that. Only this time I'm not going to celebrate losing weight with food, which I used to do when I was younger. Like, I lost weight, gotta eat food. And, my metabolism was better back then. And God, I wish I still had that metabolism. I actually eat less now than I did when I was a teenager. And it's like, when I was a teenager, wasn't a problem about, no problem gaining weight. I pretty much stayed relatively at a good weight. I was still somewhat big. I think I was like, 180, 190 when I graduated from high school. Maybe like at the highest 212. But at the lowest, I think it was like 183. So I maintained a, pretty fair weight for my build. I'm a pretty sturdy stock person. And, I didn't have to worry about it. I could eat like 10 plates from a buffet, and, I could eat tons and tons of stuff. I could eat several meals a day, and I was doing good with that. And, my body's not quite able to do that anymore. And I eat less now. Like I said, I could eat like 10, 12 plates at a buffet, and now it's like I'm lucky if I can get to 2 or 3. It's like, but I don't like eating just one at a buffet, because it's like, dude, why would you pay for a buffet and only get 1 plate? I had to eat at least 2. But yeah, about, I eat a lot less. But I graze a lot more, and I'm trying to avoid doing that. And I think that's my issue, because, like I said, I've been scraping my teeth against my tongue, causing a lot of these sore taste buds. But I had nothing else to do. I can't chew gum because of my jaw. I've gotten to the point where it's just not worth it to chew gum. But I need something to keep my mouth busy, whether it's sucking on candy or lollipops, or drinking tons of water and sodas, or eating fruit or snacks. But I can't keep grazing all day just to not mess with my tongue with this new tick that I have. So it's been kind of hard to try to find a balance. Like, okay, well, stop. I could eat to stop doing it, but then it's not quite helping me. So I'm trying to not eat as much and trying to find things to do to not regress to just doing it absently, either eating or messing with my tongue. Which is also why my lips are dry, because I've been just so uncomfortable. But that's pretty much it. Eventually in the future, me and Arachne would probably like to play around with Gary's mod. He's actually he sent it to me as a birthday gift, I swear, as a Christmas gift, and that's really awesome. Trying to think if there's anything else I got. I don't know. But so we might play with that sometime in the future. I had mentioned something like prop hunt and stuff like that, and he has some mods that he wants to share with me. So like, I think it was like he's like, I got Papyrus. We can do Papyrus. I'm like, oh yeah, because Papyrus is my favorite character from Undertale. But I'm like, it just feels weird having Papyrus shoot people. So just said, do we have Skeletor? Because I like the 1980s Skeletor. He's like, no, I don't see that. He says, I have Sans. I'm like, Sans I can do. I know that most people like Sans as a character. And Sans was my favorite character for a while. But then when I started really thinking about it, I'm like, yeah, well, Sans is a little too close to home for me. As far as we're too alike in some ways, and I don't mean like in the pun way, but certain aspects that are inferred and stuff like that, it's like, yeah, I just feel a little too close, and it's a little too depressing to have someone too like me. So while I do love Sans, I've kind of taken to Papyrus being my favorite character, because that's the kind of person I like to be. and never will be. Which makes me understand why Sans actually considers Papyrus the coolest person, because when you are the sort of person that I am, which is pretty much the same kind of person that Sans is, you just have to admire someone who can be happy no matter what. They're like, everything is okay, rosy, dandy, bright side of everything. Always happy, always looking on the bright side. It's like, how do you do that? People like me don't have that kind of capability to really do that, at least not for a long period of time. And it didn't look like Sans was that type of person. And, there's a lot of psychological stuff there too that I'm not going to go into. But the point being, he's like, well, I got Papyrus and I got Sans. I'm like, well, Papyrus is my favorite, so we can probably try that. But I can imagine Sans shooting people, so I probably wouldn't mind playing as Sans. I think he was looking for a Muffet, which I would totally imagine him using because he loves spiders. So we might do that in the future. No idea how to really use this thing. It's something I'd have to learn how to do. But it's an option. I think that about covers it. Like I said, if you're waiting for the Ravyn Reads, we just got up to 35 up. So we got, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 53, about like 8 more chapters left to put up. And then I'll be done. Yay. Then I can take me a nice little break so my brain can heal. And then we'll likely start The Taming of Coyote at some point, which I enjoy much more. It won't be as painful to read. Excuse me. Oh, excuse me. But yeah, I think that about covers everything for now. And so we're preparing for New Year's. And I think I covered everything else. So until next time, bye.